Also find out, what is your student to faculty ratio? Am I going to be in a classroom full of 1,000 students and I won't be able to speak to my professor after class? Am I going to be in a class where maybe it's 20 to 30, maybe even 50 students, where I'm not just a number? I'm actually Mr. Dorselli. I'm actually Mr. Fighter in the back, right? Or I'm Susan, or I'm Tim. You actually are known by your name, not just your student ID number 3065. Or I'm Mr. Martell. You know, your professor will actually be able to interact with you. Next, you want to actually know what their acceptance rate is. Is this a school where they accept everybody? Or is this a school where they're very exclusive and they may not want to take certain students? The next things kind of go into your financial aspects. You also want to know, how much will the school cost? Am I going to be getting aid? What assistance is available based on if I cannot get aid? You also want to know what their requirements are. Some schools, their admission. Are you guys hearing a feedback as well, or is it just me? Okay, so it's just me, probably because I'm standing up here. Awesome. And also, you want to know, what are any major deadlines? Some schools, their deadlines are a year prior. You cannot get admitted if you didn't apply in your junior year. Some schools, they're rolling acceptance. Maybe you'll get accepted in your spring semester, or in the spring if you decide to take a semester off and things of that nature. Is the campus safe? Is it secure? What are their graduation rates? And what could your culture be on campus? Is this a campus where maybe they're a historically Black college? Maybe they're a PWI? Maybe their school does not have a student culture or life at all. Maybe they're a community college where folks are just going back to school to, why you put your hand up? Maybe they're community college where folks are going back to school just to be able to get the piece of paper or certification to do their designated field. And last but not least, I always tell students to ensure that you know that you have job security at the end of your graduation. Are you going to have internships? Predominantly white institution. Yeah, so HBCU is historically Black, which are usually deemed that from the government, and then PWIs are predominantly white institutions, and then there's another acronym. There's another acronym that sometimes I mess up, but it means more when there's a mix. It's like, when I remember, I will bring it up. It's gonna come to me, don't worry. But that is actually what my institution, which I'll shamelessly plug toward the end, what we're considered, because we're mixed in with both. We're not predominantly white, we're not historically Black, but we have half and half, okay? Any other questions before I go into financial aid? There's a question section at the end, no worries. May we have the next slide, please, folks upstairs? Financial aid. Financial aid is a very important place to start, whether you receive financial aid or not. The FAFSA is a free application that anyone can apply to. And this application actually has changed. In the past, even when I went to school, it was based on your expected family contribution. What can your parents contribute for you to go to school? Now it's actually been redone, reprogrammed, and it's been constituted in a way where they actually go based on the ASI, which is a new acronym, right? Which is actually the student index. They want to know how many students in the household are of college age. They want to know if you're going to school and how long you may be in school.